As soon as I come through the door, niggas throw money on the floor like they ain't seen press before. He would expect me for what it takes, so I came out in his face. He can't beat unless he eat pussy sweet, cookies and cakes. Say my name. What's my name? What's my name? Yeah, look. What's my name? Say my name. This one here is for my men. This is Say My Name Bitch podcast, for what we say and for play. And no matter your position in life, baby, we all gonna elevate. I say. So, I got a good one for y'all. When men leave their families, because usually it is the men that leave their families, sometimes they're women that leave their families. Why don't y'all take the kids with y'all? Now, I'm going to use myself as always as the example because that's what I do. Personally, I'm looking at my son in the camera. He's looking kind of weird down there. But either way, I went through a lot of mental health stuff where I literally was in the hospital. I did a 3-day stay, did the 7-day stay. Like I was on vacay at the hospital type shit. Like I ain't gonna lie, that it was real. But either way, when I feel like me and my children's father broke up, it was more of a situation where he was like, I'm so depressed to the point I made him depressed. Like I literally was a disease and I was infectious and I was contagious. And I mean, granted, I do believe that. I do believe energy transfers. I do believe energy transfers, and I do believe him. I really do believe him. But this is my issue. When he realized I'm crazy, I'm bipolar, I'm depressed, and he got up and left, why you take a turn with you? People would sit up there and be like, oh, well, she ain't shit, she ain't right, she ain't this, she ain't that, and need to churn. Now, another thing, I will say this. I started talking to my cousin about where women would go out here, they would go to court, fight for their churn, even if they don't like the fucking churn. They in that court building like, bitch, you ain't taking my kids. Men don't do that. Now, I want to say I can't speak for other races or nationalities. I don't know. I'm just not in. I never been in the mixed in community besides what I am now, and I'm 31 years old, ready to be 32. This is my first time living in a community that's predominantly white, and that's the most mixed up I've been. With that being said, y'all black men, y'all baby mama saying fuck you, you ain't gonna see this shirt no more, and that's literally what it is. Fuck you, you ain't gonna see this shirt no more. Y'all don't go to court. Y'all don't petition for custody. Y'all don't sit up there and talk to her, like text her something. Is 111. Talk to her, text her or something saying, hey, this is how we should work this out. Nobody is the adult in the situation. Usually when it comes to the adult, it's always put on the female. And then what I will say is I hate this, but the female has so much pressure on her because she always has to be the adult or the more mature one. That makes her feel like, well, dang, I really want to be an asshole now. Not taking up for women because of the bullshit they do, because they do some bullshit. They do, haha. But yeah, they do some bullshit now. But either way, with that being said, like, y'all men need to step up. Y'all need to do better. Like, just like these women go out here and get Section A and get these projects with these children, y'all can do the same fucking thing. And y'all men, when these women do that shit, y'all need to give them their flowers. Give them their flowers. Like, yeah, you doing that shit. Whether it's Section 8 food stamps or whatever. You doing it. Because you went out there, you applied for this stuff. You went out there and you sat and you deal with motherfucking caseworker dickhead to get this. Just so you can take care of my child. Something I'm not able to do right now, obviously. Either way, with that being said, like, why don't men take their children with them? Why do women feel like, oh, I'm gonna be honest and talk about myself in a sense. I don't want to do that because that's too deep. Yeah, I'm gonna take that back. But just for an example, I'm gonna say like, shoot, what if a woman feel like her baby daddy is a fucking pedophile, but you still with him, you still around him? Take your kids and get the fuck out. Like, don't keep sleeping with that man. If he a deadbeat dad to somebody else, baby, why would you? Yo, this shit is mind boggling me. I don't know. I don't freaking know. I could never do it. But with that being said, my whole point was, Why don't men take their children with them? Why don't men put forth their effort like women do? Like women, granted, a lot of them do it out of spite. I will be honest and say that. Because a lot of times I talk to these females, they sound stupid, they sound dumb, they sound bitter. But you do have some women out here who really like I said, they know their man is a pedophile. They know their man is doing everything else but what he's supposed to be doing, and will sit up there and still want to continue to back and forth and yo-yo out their child's life. Like, if I have to be here consistently, you should be here consistently. And I granted, my props goes up to the women, because those women have to be strong and say, hey, I know this child should have him in his life, but at the same time, I know it's not healthy, so he got to go. Oh, I know that I really want my baby to know his dad, or I really want my baby to know. And I mean, granted, even when it comes to like the family of the dad's side, I be thinking about that too. Like, I have a son, y'all. I'm gonna be on the dad's side. Whew. And he's my firstborn. I'm not ready. It's gonna be real. But anyway, but yeah, either way, with that being said, like, my props goes up to these women who actually have the courage, the strength to stand on it and do that. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't be that situation. But nothing's perfect. We all work on it. Things get better. But why don't we take our children with us? Like, a lot of people feel like a lot of women feel like, well, they baby ain't shit. They'll still drop their fucking kid off to go to the club. They'll still drop their fucking kid off to go and party. And I will be honest, I was one of them mothers, and I was so disgusted with it myself, because I felt my dislikes about my children's father, but because I was dealing with a certain someone, I let them talk me into. I'm gonna be honest. Me and my baby daddy, we had our differences or whatever. He had his issues that I didn't like, and I said I don't want my children around him for those reasons. I feel like I'm getting too deep, y'all. I ain't want to say all that, but either way, because I was talking to the guy Cliff, I didn't want my children going to no prison to visit nobody, let alone a man that's not even your father. So what, Leah? No, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. I need y'all to put that piano up and take the guitar out. But with that being said, I didn't want my children going to visit Cliff in prison. So, because I was working, y'all, like working like a dog. I was doing people's hair still. I was working overnight. I was doing people's hair, working overnight for Amazon. But I think I was only doing like 4 hours. I was doing my little hustling thing during the day, and raising these 3 children, it was hectic for me. And when I started talking to him, it kind of led to my peace. And I need to stitch this onto the last video, but the reason why I did start talking to him, because like I said, I just wanted a peace. I wanted some happiness. I wanted some fun, some me time. And that fun, that me time led on to me taking it further than what it was supposed to be. But back to the subject here, I didn't want my children going to see him. Now, granted, I feel like any man could respect that. Oh, you want to drop the kids off with me versus taking them to the prison to go see your boyfriend? Cool. I ain't gonna lie, my baby daddy was not always so cool, you know? So it was like I had to fuss and argue and make him take them so I can go and do me, so I can go and have fun, so I can go and be happy, because I was just being a parent, I was just being an adult, and that shit was tiring. It was tiring, like mentally, it was tiring. I just wanted some me. So, granted, with that being said, I feel bad because I shouldn't have dropped him off. If I knew he wasn't the person that I wanted my kids around, spending the night at their house, his house and stuff, because I don't know who he got around him and all that, because that plays a factor too. You know, if you know your children's other parent don't make the best decisions or don't have the best judgment character, don't be your children around them. But either way, that was my situation, and I like I said, I'm wrong for that. I'm very wrong for that. I left my children there because, like I said, I wanted to take that trip up the highway to go see a nigga in prison, and that's what I did. And I ain't gonna call Cliff no nigga. He's a man. He's good, but he is not perfect for me. But he's a good man. But either way, with that being said, yeah, we have to take responsibility, have accountability, and know if we have children, if we leave the human, which is the other parent, take them motherfucking babies with us until that human get their shit together. Like, stop playing. But either way, this is Lisa Say My Name, bitch podcast. But what we say ain't for play, and no matter your position in life, we all gonna elevate. I say.